I don't want to work anymore. I don't want to work because aren't we supposed to be frolicking around in the woods, gathering fruit and baking bread and each other? Why am I worried about my 401k? Why am I paying $407 a month in health insurance? Why is my car payment $588? Insurance for my car? $212, and I've never been in an accident. Knock on wood. Like, I don't even want to get into my rent. Why? And I get that people are going to be like, well, just live somewhere cheaper. Okay, calm down. I don't want to kill myself, so I'm going to live somewhere I enjoy. But also, like, why did we set this up the way that it is? Why? Like, I just don't think I vibe with the majority of the way we've set things up as society is all I'm saying. I'm not vibing with it currently. So, that's all.
There's one rule that I gave myself upon moving to New York, and that is I'm not allowed to download any dating apps. Dating apps are just so harmful for your mind and like your brain and like how you perceive other people, because you're not supposed to see that many options. If you're getting the option between like 2 or 3 things, like you're much more likely to make a decision versus if you're given like 100 things. That same logic applies to people. You meet someone at a bar or like just in an environment, there's only one of them and your sole attention is on them and you're like, do I like this person or do I not like this person? But on a dating app, it's like every time you swipe, you know you're gonna get a new option. So you're like, this one's all right, but I know I could have a different option. So let me just keep scrolling and let me just keep scrolling and let me just keep scrolling. And then you never decide on anybody. That's honestly how dating apps work, is because they know that you won't pick. And like, obviously they want you to fall in love, but like they also just want to keep you on the app. So they just allow you to see as many people as possible to make it impossible for your brain to pick. I've definitely been on dating apps in the past and I've had success with them before, but I feel like right now it's just better for me to just try to do it organically. Come winter season, I might just give up, but for now, I feel like this is a good rule that I and also you should maybe stick to. Just think about it. If you're on dating apps, just think about it. I know it's hard to meet people in person, but like overall, I think it'll just be better for your mind.
I know we like to blame a lot on dating apps, but at some point in time, I should say, we as people need to learn to take accountability for what we're doing and what we're not doing. If you continue to scroll endlessly, that's your fault. If you can't find a man, none of the men, some of these women have thousands, literally thousands of likes. If you can't scroll through that and find one dude that you would want to go out on a date with, maybe it's time to reevaluate.
Guys, I went on maybe one of the best first dates I have been on in recent years, but maybe ever.
This video is a perfect example of how girls end up screwing themselves over from potentially very, very good relationships. I'll give you the little rundown so you don't have to watch the whole video. So this girl goes on a really good date, okay? Moral of the story is she meets this guy on Hinge. The prompt's amazing. You know, they're having back and forth. They set up a date. I think they went to a coffee shop. They end up like sitting there talking, no phones, like the conversation's really good for like over 4 hours. Like it's a long time and the guy's really good looking, like literally no complaints. After the date is over, the guy's like, yeah, listen, like I'd really love to see you again. You know, this. And then she's like, yeah, like absolutely, I'd be down. Let's do something Monday. I think it was Friday. But then he doesn't follow up with her on the weekend to like confirm the date or something like that. Like it's been over 24 hours and she's like, I mentioned on the date that like I like to be pursued. I want the man to lead, this. And you know, he hasn't texted me. And if I don't get a response within the next 24 hours, not even a response, just him like mentioning the date on Monday, then like my husband wouldn't make me do that. My husband would be so excited to talk to me, so excited to schedule that second date. And this is a perfect example of why I always say like a lot of girls miss out on very, very good relationships because this girl can't even put herself in his shoes and say, well, maybe he pictures his wife also like, I don't know, maybe texting him. I mean, he did, you know, schedule the last date. I'm sure he most likely paid for it. I'm sure she would have mentioned that in the story. He did actually tell you like, hey, I had a great time. You know, maybe we should hang out Monday. Maybe he's waiting on you. And this girl really is potentially going to like make it seem like she has no autonomy over her body and just be like, yeah, I'm going to throw this really deep, meaningful connection because this guy that I talked to for, 4 hours, he's not texting me the next day, telling me about, how we're going to hang out Monday. And then she's able to put herself in like her shoes being, oh yeah, my future husband wouldn't do that. What about his future wife? Everyone says the whole line of, I like to to be pursued because they want to turn it into this whole like gender wars thing. But the reality is like everybody likes being in the position of power where they don't have to worry about, I wonder if this person likes me. That's why you like to be pursued. Even men like to be pursued. I like knowing that a girl likes me, so then I don't feel like constantly anxious, wondering, I wonder if she wants me to do this. I wonder if she wants me to ask her to hang out. Moral of the story is, imagine throwing away a very obviously good connection, good vibes, good person, because you have too much of an ego to, God forbid, show that you're interested in this man. But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
So there's a dude in the comments that disagreed with what Santiago was saying. But all he was really saying is, hey, if he hasn't reached out, he paid for the date, so he showed intention there. He asked you out, he planned the date, so he's showing maybe there's something there. If he hasn't texted you, maybe text him. Now, it might not go anywhere, but why not you stick yourself out there? It's easy.
I feel like the best way to turn a man's day around is send him pictures while he's at work. So when he gets home, he'll be already bricked up. I'll already be bent over already, just ready for him to come to the door, so he can have something warm and wet to relieve his stress in.
Hey y'all, quick update in case you're wondering how my life is going. So today I got off work early, yay. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the grocery store on my way home. So I go to the grocery store, I'm whipping into the parking lot, and who do I see? My ex, yeah. He was going to the gym next door. Luckily he did not see me. But I literally was like whipping into a parking spot and felt like I was gonna wreck my car. So why were we both there during the middle of the day? Like, why was he not working? So yeah, that's the update. Hope y'all are having a great day.
Looks like he's working on himself while you're still over here trying to dodge him. That man has moved on with his life. Maybe you should too.
Did you do it? Did you do it? You did.
What's on your shirt?
I smelled.
Naturally.
You know, I'm good with if you want to do that, if he wants to do that, that's fine. But if I'm in that position, you know, I'm going to be in my princess era. I'm going to be in my soft girl era. You better believe you're going to be breaking your back working.
I am 36 years old, almost 37, because I turned 37 in November. And I spent the last 7 years with a man who didn't love me. He didn't love me. He didn't even touch me, and I would beg for it too. It's not like I would just go to bed and be complacent and be like, all right, it's fine. No, I would consistently say, hey, why don't I get any affection? Hey, can you please touch me? Hey, can we please do something this week, this month, this year? Finally, I told him, like 6 months before, the next time it's not gonna be a conversation, it's gonna be a breakup. And he's like, I promise, I'll do better. And every time he'd say, I promise, I'd do better, I feel like he meant it, but he never did better. And I'd be like, can you go to the doctor because you don't have a sex drive? Something's got to be wrong, because you should. I mean, most people should have a drive, right?
So she spent a little time trashing him, and I'm just going to say, just based on what I looked at on her profile, maybe there's some things that she could work on as well. Yeah, maybe there's some things that she can work on as well in terms of cleanliness, in terms of decorum. So you know what? Yeah, next clip.
I can't show my badge, so I'm gonna have to like record like this or something, because I don't want to take it off. But can somebody explain to me why men are just getting weirder and weirder? Like, men are literally so weird. At least all the ones that try to talk to me, I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you like speaking like that towards me, first of all? And like, would you, like, how do you even think that's okay to talk how you're talking? But that's okay, because I just blocked them all. But like, I'm just so confused. generation sexualizes a little too much. Like, can we take it down a notch? Or a couple of notches, actually?
What was said? Modern women get on here and they say a bunch of nothing. They accuse men of a bunch of nothing. Have other women believe in it.
I hold the belief that most women who identify as feminists, who date men, picture equality as a benevolent patriarchy, which does not exist, mind you. So what I mean by that is receiving princess treatment from your male partner without any reciprocation towards him. Princess treatment is like having your meals paid for, being picked up, kind of having your man protect your femininity and like viewing it as sacred. I think that's like linked to purity culture, and I don't like it. So my definition of equality is like having gestures like that reciprocated. So if a man pays for my meal, it is 100% expected that I pay him back. Like very much Dutch, you know? Because when you subscribe to these gender roles, like you cannot pretend that there are not very real life consequences from these made up social contracts. Like power dynamics start to form subconsciously within the relationship. Like the man will view himself as a caretaker, and that is damaging. That I mean, that's very 1950s, right? And a new expression of my feminism, which has been difficult, has been actively trying to empathize with men, because patriarchy of course affects women negatively the most, but it definitely affects men too. And having empathy for men is important. It's hard and it doesn't feel fair, but you have to, because if you do hold the notion that like all men are born evil, where do we go from there? And you really just think we like pop out of our mom's wombs being like, oh, it's time to go get the acrylics, oh, men are all evil from birth. No. I brought up the acrylics thing because an argument I hear a lot in favor of this like benevolent patriarchy within relationships is like, well, me, the woman, I put the most labor into my appearance. You know, I get my nails done, I shave, I do the outfits, makeup, hair, yada yada. Baby, that is still subscribing to gender roles. And that's why I find this so hypocritical. I'm like, that's not, you will never be free. And me neither. I'm not perfect. I'm not wearing makeup now, but like I definitely dress for the patriarchy. None of us are perfect, but I do believe that there is an option to escape it. I think a lot of lesbians, especially women of color, really decenter these patterns and behaviors because they are forced to. So I just want you to think about that. I'm open to criticisms. I'm open to it.
It's amazing to me, these think pieces modern women come up with when they could just say, I like looking pretty and that's why I get dressed up. You don't have to bill it to a man. You just like looking good. And a man says, oh, she's pretty. I would like to see if I can take her out. Oh, shoot. We have more in common. Let's keep on going together. Hey, how about we start a family? It's that simple. You guys keep on talking about a patriarchy, a malicious patriarchy, a benevolent patriarchy. When are we going to slow down and be human beings?
My cute husband asked me out on a date whenever he thinks my outfit is cute, and I realized I haven't been asked out on a date for a little while, so I'm putting an outfit together, and this is day 2 of seeing if my outfit is cute enough for my husband to ask me out on a date. I have my outfit on. We're going all black today. I look a little corporate, but I think it's cute, so I'm putting in some earrings, and then I'll show you the full look. We'll have to see if this gets me on a date. But look, I blew my hair out. I have my nails done. I mean, what more can I do? I'm also looking around for a perfume that I know he loves. I think that would be a good finishing touch. Okay, here's a look. I look a little bit corporate girly, but I do think it's cute. I love an all black look. Got these boots, this silk skirt, and then this tight tank top. And I also have this red bag. I feel like it just looks cute with this. So a little spunk, and it matches my nails. So we'll see if this is the look that gets me asked out on a date.
Imagine that, having to put forth some effort to see if your man can still court you. Modern women don't really even do this. They don't care about their men.
Going through a heartbreak and having guy friends help you go through it is so funny, because why is my friend literally telling me that he's other men, he's so good at other men?
Modern women are cooked. Like, we are literally at the point in our world where we are praising the fact that women are not having babies. Women are not having families. And we're pretty much living our life exactly like the men that we claim to hate. It's like the more I read, the more I see online, the more I realize that a lot of women lack this gift that they claim that they have. And this gift is called discernment, which is good judgment. None whatsoever. I mean, completely out of the window. We are now at the point in our life, ladies, where being a woman is no longer cool. According to modern feminism, being and living like a man is better than being a woman. I mean, being a woman is so lame. We're going to completely abandon the only gift that only we have, which is birth. We're going to completely abandon it. We're going to praise baby deletions and brag on our whoredom. Because guess what? We're not going to stop. No.
Hey, now I want to point something out. She looks like she got her nails done. She looked like she got some makeup on. She looked like she got her hair done. And she's in a relationship. So that's to say, if you're nice to a man, I'm just trying to get you married. If you're nice to a man, if you respect a man, all that stuff that he's talking about, he's still not gonna like all that makeup. So you can't go crazy. But there's a lot of things that she's able to do because look at her cooking and cleaning. He can give a little leeway. He can leave her to do this stuff that she wants to do because she's catering to him and he's catering to her. You just saw him give her some affection. Imagine that. Two people taking care of each other. Imagine that. Giving each other space. What a concept.
Modern women are cooked. Like, we are literally at the point in our world where we are praising the fact that women are not having babies. Women are not having families. And we're pretty much living our life exactly like the men that we claim to hate. It's like the more I read, the more I see online, the more I realize that a lot of women lack this gift that they claim that they have. And this gift is called discernment, which is good judgment. None whatsoever. I mean, completely out of the window. We are now at the point in our life, ladies, where being a woman is no longer cool. According to modern feminism, being and living like a man is better than being a woman. I mean, being a woman is so lame. We're going to completely abandon the only gift that only we have, which is birth. We're going to completely abandon it. We're going to praise baby deletions and brag on our whoredom. Because guess what? We're not going to stop. No.
Texting is so difficult because inflection is not able to be read. So when I'm texting someone that I'm not ultra close with, I am not super flowery and emojis, exclamation marks, smiley faces. And in return, I get attitude. And it's like because they don't know me and I'm not using a million emojis.
Well, let that be a lesson to give somebody grace when you are not experiencing something that you like from them.
Am I tripping? Because I'm actually
heard about this one.
So me and this shorty were talking. She's telling me all these things her ex didn't do.
Red flag.
But I'm like, you know what? Let me show you what a good man does. I call a reservation for dinner. We go to dinner. Amazing. We have some drinks. She says she wants to go after.
Let's do it.
So we go out, and then she asks if her friends can slide. I'm like, yeah, bring your friends. So her friends come. I'm interacting with her friends. We're having a good time, laughing. I'm buying her friends drinks, and it's amazing. Her friends go early, so like, hey, let's go outside. Let's talk for a little bit. So we go outside, sit on the bench, yap, and then some random guy comes to me. He's like, hey, are you Brazilian? I'm like, no. And she goes, I love Brazilians. I look at her. I'm like,
okay.
But you know what, Simba, don't get jealous. So they start talking for a minute or two, and the guy's friend looks at me. He's like, bro, I'm sorry. I'm like, bro, don't even worry about it. And then 5 minutes go on, and the guy's like, they're still yapping. And the guy's like, hey, can I have your Instagram? And I look at Shorty like, is she really gonna give this guy
her Instagram
on a date? Nah. Girl grabs his phone and starts typing. I look at her, I stand up, and I walk the other way and call Uber home. She comes chasing after me. She's like, wait, what's the problem?
It's the principles.
But I'm like, you know what? I'm like, don't even worry about it. Hope you have a great night. I'm just gonna go home. But then, flashback of my mom. I know my mom would slap me in the face if I let this girl who's tipsy or drunk on the side of the road by herself. So I'm like, you know what? I walk to her, call Uber back to her place so she can get home safe. But the whole time, I'm like, why me?
And this is why men don't be helping women. Why didn't he help? Why did he leave her on the side of the road? This is why. Y'all will blatantly play in a man's face. Y'all will blatantly disrespect a man. And then when he says, let me get up out of here, and leaves you right there. Now, mind you, oh, well, she was tipsy. You should have done this. Don't you think that she should have done the right thing and not done that? Well, she was tipsy. You can't really. We are adults. We're not going to blame this on the man. You didn't have to go out there and get tipsy. Well, I'm in your care because you don't know this man. You don't know this man. Handle yourself. Govern yourself accordingly. We got to start taking some accountability now. Come on now. He did right by you. He did more than right. He overdid it with you. But you disrespected that man. That man had every right to leave you right where you were. He did right by you.
One time there was this guy I was going on dates with, like earlier this year. We would go on a date, then go back to his place, kiss for a little bit. And then while we were kissing, he would like reach on his nightstand for his melatonin while we were kissing. And I'd be like, oh, is that my cue to leave? He'd be like, yeah, I'm like pretty tired. But then he would still kiss me for a little bit. We would like start to say goodbye and he would just pick me up, start it all over again. And then he'd be like, yeah, I'm like really tired. I gotta go to bed. And I'd be like, okay, bye. And then I'd go home, which was really interesting. He also told me that he'd be more interested in like working on his like business that he was creating than like hang out with me. And I like came over one time and he was like, yeah, you're gonna have to like rip me away from my computer right now. I'm like, why did I come over then? And then we'd be watching our show and he'd be like, yeah, I like really wish I was working on my business right now. Like, yeah, that's so awesome. Anyway, he was a fun guy.
Sounds like a man that has his priorities straight. You never let a woman drain you all your money. You keep your business running. I'm just joking.
One thing I just do not understand is when men, period, but men who like are obsessed with having a mustache, you look terrible. And they're like, look at this stash. You look dirty. Like you literally look terrible. And it's like grown men bragging about having, this is so niche maybe, but I also feel like I've met many a man like this, definitely like in a military context, where they're like, oh, look at that stash, look at this stash, like legitimately, I think you look like Adolf, okay? You look awful. Like I truly cannot get behind it. And I don't understand why men think it like makes them appealing and they're like, my mustache. You couldn't look worse. Like you literally couldn't.
Thank you to the women in the comments that said, I totally disagree with this. I love my man with his mustache. If it makes him happy, it makes me happy. Thank you.
Hey, I was gonna ask if you were close by, but I guess not.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Jay. Maybe I misunderstood, but since I didn't hear from you, I assumed we weren't still on today.
An ETA on the lady? Well, she's still at home in a bonnet, so I guess I'm getting stood up right now.
Well, I would have come, but I haven't heard from you since Wednesday.
We confirmed plans on Wednesday. When did the plans become unconfirmed between Wednesday and Friday?
When I didn't hear from you since Wednesday.
I hit you up yesterday.
Yeah, on IG, you sent a reel and I thought it was funny and I hearted it, but that's not confirmation.
I'm sorry, sir. Hold on.
Look, I promise, I'm not trying to be difficult, but a little confirmation to let me know that you're still interested would have been nice.
That's why I scheduled the date.
Yeah, but even my friends check in like the day of to let me know, like, are we still on for dinner? It's just a respectful thing to do.
Look, forgive me for just being too busy with work. I just figured as adults, you know what I mean? Like, excuse me, sir, excuse me. What? I just want to let you know that we close in 10 minutes.
I see both sides of it. Women in the comments are talking about they didn't speak to each other or they didn't talk. Well, he sent her a reel. That's a form of communication. So it's not like he's a ghost, like we set something up and then we didn't talk to each other until Friday, right? He said something to her on Thursday. So Friday, I'm going to get ready to go. But I do see her point in saying, hey, just hit me up on Friday and say, hey, are we still good for tonight? Especially now, back in the day, you really didn't have to do this because there were a lot of people that were men and women of their word. But in today's society, you have a lot of ghosting going on. So get it.
I don't know if I just gave this girl the best dating advice of her life or the worst, but I do it. I just did it like 2 days ago. I'm still single. However, I don't have anyone in my life for a long time that wastes my time. And the time that I have wasted was because I didn't ask questions early on that I wanted to ask for the fear of losing the relationship. And I think a lot of women do this. Like, we're afraid we're gonna look crazy. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Ask the questions, because let's be honest, a lot of people, not just men, will tell you what you want to hear, or they have some sort of ulterior motive, like they just want to do whatever they want to do. But if you're questioning things, either you are having these thought patterns for a reason because something's happening, or you have an insecurity, right? But either way, it's a part of who you are. And I think for women, it's a very natural part of who we are, because we are born with this like insecurity that we aren't safe in the world, that we need this male counterpart to provide security and safety. It's just a fact. If you're living in your feminine, you need that reassurance. And a man who wants to provide that is the type of man that you should move forward with. So if you ask a question and they can't even answer it, that's not a good sign. That is not your man. Any man who like understands that and is invested in you is going to provide you the reassurance and the security that you need. They want you to feel safe in the situation. And if they don't and they have some sort of weird reaction, it's because they're probably lying. So my advice, I guess, is twofold, because you should want these answers early on. Life is very short. Why would you want to waste your time in the wrong relationship, right? But on the other hand, if you don't express these feelings and these thought patterns, you're kind of manipulating the guy, right? Like, you're not exposing who you really are. You're not asking for your needs to be met, which might not make you the best partner, right? Like, if you're constantly like questioning stuff, like your brain is focused on that or focused on suppressing it. So you're inherently going to be someone different. You're behaving like someone that you're not, because you're not getting these needs met. You're not getting these questions answered. So why would you wait until you get a ring, for example, to start bringing these things up? You're harming yourself and you're manipulating the guy. So even if he is being truthful and honest, the fact that you're hiding that you're thinking these things is kind of like, I don't know, you're not really being that open. With that said, if you do this and the guy gives you the reassurance that you need, you can't just continue to like do this all the time and act crazy and like question everything, because I've done that too and it doesn't work. If it goes beyond the relationship, it might just be insecurities that you have, so you should work on them like with a therapist, which I have and do. And I know this works, which is why I'm leaning towards it's good advice, because I've never been played. And if I was never aware of it, which, I never had to deal with the trauma of being cheated on. So I can appreciate that, but also like I didn't stay longer because I didn't wait to ask the questions. And either I let the guy know this is not someone I can get away with this with, or I just left if I didn't get the right answers. But we always know when you get those questions, you need to ask them. Okay, so if you look crazy.
A dude in the comments said, how to lose a guy in 10 days kind of vibe. Another dude said, the wall is undefeated.
I don't know about y'all, but my backseats are for boinking only. This is how you know your man is a good man. Savannah, that's a good man. Yesterday, my man texted me that he was going to be home at 5. So I was like, perfect. I'm going to pop a spice cube at 4:40. And so I did so. About 15 minutes later, I'm about there. He texted me and it was like, scratch that. It's going to be, I'm going to be about an hour late. And I was like, you're fine. And he was like, sorry, babe. I was like, well, I'm coming to you then, because you did this to me last week. And I'm not doing it on my own again. Like, I need it. I want it. He was like, well, then come to the office real quick and we'll, do it real quick. So I definitely suggest you get back seats. You get a car with back seats that fold flat. That is a non-negotiable for my household. There's no kids in the back seat, no car seats. My back seats are for love making. For those of you who are going to be like, we did not need to know this, like, blah, blah, blah. This is love, okay? I've been with my husband for 6 years, and you need to realize some of us are like this. Not all of us are Susie homemakers.
Listen, some of these women need to understand, because they would be kicking back and screaming, I ain't gonna do all that for no man. That's why you're single. That's why the marriage that you have right now is in shambles, because you don't want to do nothing.
Okay, so I have a serious question. So I'm on the dating sites, and I'm 40. Yeah, I know. I'm likely not gonna go anywhere with that because I'm perfectly content with. Anyway, why are a bunch of 25 and 26 and 27 and 29-year-olds trying to holler at me when I'm 40? Please tell me. Okay, bye.
Honestly, for some of y'all, with the trajectory, you know what? I'm going to just say this. Sometimes we need to be a little bit more grateful for the opportunities that we get.
I think I figured out why being single is so addicting. It's the possibilities. I am addicted to the possibilities of what I could have. I actually feel like I understand what they mean when they say that men are corrupted by the illusion of options. Because, like, is it an illusion though? Like, is it an illusion? I feel like the longer I'm single, the more I feel like, wait, why would I settle? Obviously, a lot of us know what it means to be single for a long time and the peace that comes with it. The longer that you're single, the higher the expectation is, or the more distinct that image becomes, the more details you add to the image. And it's like, until I get that image, it's just gonna be me, my glass of wine, and my 5-year-old puppy. Well, she's 4, but she's gonna be 5 soon.
I think a lot of men feel the same. As long as I don't have to spend no money on somebody that don't really like me, I'm golden.
Do men like women with hobbies? That was the #1 search query on a couple of my videos. One video, 20% of people found my video by asking that question, do men like women with hobbies? So, what better way to get an answer to the question than to ask the men? So men, do you prefer the woman you're dating to have hobbies? Why or why not? And are there certain kinds of hobbies that you find more or less attractive? Let us ladies know in the comments because we're doing some research.
Depends on what the hobbies are. If you're out there shaking your behind and going on girls' trips left and right, then no.
Something that I hate, either when I'm out with like a significant other, a date, or even if I'm like a server and I see someone else doing this, it's like if you have a bad bitch sitting in front of you, across from you, next to you, and you guys are out to eat, and you don't have the basic decency just to keep your eyes. It ain't that hard. Like, most of the time that I see guys do this, it's like usually the girl is bad as the guy's uglier, like, and usually like they're wearing like cute little outfits, and they'll be checking out the girls are dressed like, and no shame to them because they can dress however they want, but it's like, respect your girl, because I'm sure if she were to wear the same, you'd be like, and you wouldn't like that. You'd be like, oh my gosh, she's gonna get her. Respect what you have, cherish what you have before it's too late, because all I gotta say is I have it.
I mean, let's not forget, we're talking about common decency, and we're posting stuff like this. I guess this is the same outfit, but posting stuff like this as well. I mean, I feel like this was better. This was better because at least she had something covering it. And this is how she's wearing this outside. She's almost quite literally she has underwear on. She has underwear on out on the street. And then you get to this. Well, I guess she still had, now that I look at it even closer, she actually does still have the underwear on. But whatever she did, she pulled them up. So you're talking about the comedy. I'm done. Let me tell you something, young lady, and I'm being dead serious. The way that you're using your body, and it seems like it's in order to get attention, you're gonna find yourself someone's baby mama. With the way that you look, you're probably gonna have like 2 or 3 children. A man is definitely going to be interested. And then all of that stuff that you was trying to do with your life, and seriously, all that stuff that you were trying to do with your life is going to be down the drain because you was playing around. Because all you had to offer, oh, I didn't know how to ask a man, I didn't know what to do, because you spent more time shaking your behind, looking at yourself, admiring yourself, which fine, okay, do your thing. but you never really ever truly developed anything else to say, no, I can offer more than just what I look like physically. I do actually have a brain. And I mean no disrespect, but I'm just saying, be careful.
I just have to know, is the rest of our like adult life dating as women, is it always going to be this stupid game of like, I acts like he's really interested in you and he's like, no, I really want to get to know you and take you out to dinner. So then you go to dinner and you guys, you know, go on like, I don't know, 2 weeks worth of dates. And it's just really clear that like, even though he's checking the boxes of like what he's supposed to be doing, he's just like not really interested in you. He's like more just interested in like checking the box of taking you on dates and going to dinner just so he can like hook up with you. You know what I mean? Like, and at this age, I'm 28, like I just don't give a shit to do that anymore. And it literally is always the same. And sure, maybe I need to like carefully choose other people. I don't know what I need to do differently, honestly. But like, if that's what it's gonna be for like the rest of my adult life dating, I just fucked out. Like, I just don't care to do that anymore, to like get my hopes up for someone that literally is just like everyone else. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that guys can't act differently. I think they can. I just think that they don't want to.
I mean, honestly, you gloss right over it. You need to carefully choose other people. And once again, I'm reminded of that clip that I reacted to, where the woman in the comments was like, men just choose any random woman. We choose our partners carefully and thoughtfully. A darn lie.
I need to know what type of person sleeps without clothes and they enjoy it. Because could it be me? What if a robber comes in and you've got to fight them off double cheeked up? You know how embarrassing that would be? Yiddies bouncing left to the right, a sack a swinging. Please spare me. I don't believe you. I don't have a sack, by the way. Also, I think you can post pictures in the comments, so if you do sleep that way, prove me wrong. Post a pic.
Okay. Now when these men be flooding your comments with pics, you're gonna be like, oh, these men are so disgusting. But you asked for it.
Is it just me, or do men just like not lie anymore? I've had so many guys just be so straight up and be like, oh, I don't want a girlfriend ever. I'm a horrible boyfriend. I don't want this. I don't want that. Like, you don't want to sell me a dream? Like, you don't want to, you know, lie to me for a little bit, at least a little bit, so you can get what you want? Like, you're just gonna be honest from the beginning? Like, that's diabolical. Or like, even guys that like do want a girlfriend, they'll be like, oh, I want a girlfriend on day one. And I'm like, how do you don't even know me, and you're talking about marriage? Like, can we lie? Can we bring back lying?
At this point, I'm honestly confused as to what these women want.
I just wanted to say that if you're a man and you go get a haircut and then you immediately go run errands by yourself, you're out of the house, fresh out the fair, yeah, that's like 4 bodies right there.
God forbid a man be productive and busy.
I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. You only need 2 minutes to realize on a first date if the person that you're with, it's worth your time or not. And nobody can tell me different, okay? I am not gonna spend 2 hours getting ready, wearing the best outfit I have, with my hair immaculate, to just go there and after the 2 minutes realize this is a waste of my time, okay? How do I not do that? Because I used to do it, okay? I used to waste my time with crappy men, but now I don't do that anymore, and it's because I use hunch, okay? Hunch, it is just the best thing. Why? Because you know on the app if you're compatible with the person. Like, your personality, it's compatible with the person. So even before you match, even before you start talking, you know if the person matches you. It's not stupid prompts. It's not weird stuff like that. No, it is good.
I see where you're going with this, but you need to go ahead and use your brain. You got to think critically about these things. You're about to get yourself in trouble, and then you're going to be upset when things don't go your way because you didn't think to ask the questions and observe the behaviors that you should have.
This man said, why every time I meet a woman, she's behind on her bills or she needs help with a bill? If that's something that you're questioning and it's bothering you, upsetting you, that you have to bring it to the internet, you don't need to be meeting women right now. You need to be focusing on yourself and getting your life together.
This is textbook gaslighting right here. Textbook gaslighting. How many times have y'all hopped on this app and y'all heard women say that men shouldn't date unless their money is together, unless they got their life together, unless they're making a certain amount? But now this lady's getting on here saying that a man that has his money together shouldn't date because the women that are around are broke. Make it make sense. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all ladies get on here and y'all avoid accountability like it's a disease. How does he need to get his life together because the women that he's talking to are broke? And letting him know that they're broke, that they're in debt, that they're destitute, that they need help. Oh, you have to get your money together. Why? Because he's supposed to be the benefactor. He's supposed to want to donate his hard-earned cash to somebody because she want to shake a little ass on them. Come on now, get real now. Honestly, these double standards need to go, because if a man got on here, if a woman got on here and said that every man that I date says that he's in financial ruin and all this, y'all get on here, y'all start cackling, y'all start talking about the male loneliness epidemic. But because he's been broke and the man got his together, he needs to not date and get his life together before he starts dating you others. Get real, bro.
I personally will not be on the front lines fighting for men's mental health, because every single time a woman has gotten on the internet trying to get men to acknowledge the fact that the patriarchy negatively harms them too, they treat her like she's hysterical. And on top of that, the vast majority of men that I saw posting about Men's Mental Health Awareness Month weren't actually bringing awareness to men's mental health. The vast majority of videos that I saw were men complaining about the fact that women aren't acknowledging Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's like, if you actually cared about men's mental health, you would spend more time volunteering to be a youth mentor in your community, sharing mental health resources, having conversations about emotional vulnerability. But the vast majority of men that I saw acknowledging Men's Mental Health Awareness Month were doing it from a gotcha perspective to women. And I'm not saying I do not care about men's mental health. I am saying that I personally will not be the one on the front lines fighting for men's mental health, because that is the duty of men. And until you all can collectively understand and acknowledge the ways in which the patriarchy stifles you too, we will never get anywhere. And you're not understanding how misogynistic it is to believe that the emotional labor or the acknowledgement of men's mental health awareness is incumbent on women supporting you. Like I said, if you actually care about men's mental health, then do things within your life, your community, the people that you know, to acknowledge and uplift Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, or men's mental health in general. But it's not bringing awareness to men's mental health by being like, women don't care about us. Like, that's literally not the point. And newsflash, this is how women have been feeling for centuries, so congrats.
Well, I think one of the things that you have to look at is when maybe you don't do anything, maybe you don't support it, but you have women on here laughing about it. You have women on here making a joke out of it. I don't think that's the way to go either. Number one. Number two, if you're asking a man to protect you and to provide for you and to be your peace, to be your therapist, you don't say it like be my peace, but I want a man to listen to me. I want a man to be emotionally vulnerable. I want him to be available. I want him to be able to communicate with me. You're asking him to communicate and be vulnerable with his feelings, including his mental health. And if he doesn't feel comfortable sharing that because you're not fighting for it, you're not fighting for him, that's on you. Number one. Number two, if you're communicating with him yourself, you want a man to be vulnerable. You want him to be intelligent, emotionally intelligent, so that when you give him your big feelings, your complex and incredibly hard and difficult to understand and process feelings, even for you sometimes, you want him to be able to ingest those, like literally inhale those. Well, not literally, but to inhale those and to really feel them, to empathize with them and say, okay, next time somebody does that to you, I'll fight for you. Next time somebody says that to you, I'll fight for you. I won't make something derogatory or degrading or say something that makes you feel a certain way, because I care about you, because I'm going to fight for you. That's what you want a man to do. That's part of protecting the man. But since you say that, well, it's not that I don't care about it, because I'm not going to fight for it until you start fighting for it. Men fight for mental health all the freaking time. Anyway, there's people out there that are fighting for it. There's groups out there, even though they don't get taken seriously. You don't quite y'all think that y'all are the only ones going through things, but men are in the same boat. It's just that when they talk about things, it's not just Men, they don't even take themselves serious. No, men do. It's just that they have to get back to work sooner. So they can't sit and dwell on it. So it looks like they're not sad, or that it looks like they're not going through something, but they actually are. I just don't have time to sit and talk about it. If there's another way that we can discuss it, then I'm game. But also discuss it in a way that it doesn't come back and get thrown in my face. I'm there, bro. I love that. There was a woman, and she made herself the victim. I'll say this, and then I'll go. She made it out like she was a victim. She was in a park with a dude. She walked up to a dude. They were in a skate park. She asked the man, what's it like to be a man, or something like that. And he spent about 20 minutes talking to her about the things that he was going through. And then she said, I have the right at the end of it. I don't think she said that to him, but she got right on TikTok. The man didn't even know he was going to be on TikTok. Got right on TikTok and said, this man said this to me about being a man. He didn't ask me about this. He didn't ask me about that. He just spent 20 minutes emotionally dumping on me. And I have the right to pull back. Now, she said it very nicely. She said it very softly, very calmly. But her attitude is absolutely freaking terrible. And you're a terrible person to put that stuff online. When that man said, okay, I'm going to be vulnerable. This is what it looks like. That's it. But you didn't care. Well, your lesson in that video was to say, well, I can remove myself out of any situation. Don't let men dump on you. I held emotional space for him, but I'm not going to overdo it by holding too much emotional space for him, because he took advantage of me. He what? You talked to him. You walked up to him. And when a man says, you know what? Nah, you got it. If the man comes across that video, which because y'all live in the same area and TikTok does its thing, he might actually come across that video, or somebody might actually show him that video. It might just show up on his FYP. Then he's going to be like, I ain't going to say nothing. Oh man, come on, open up. Nah, I ain't going to say nothing. Because they think my mental health is a joke. They think the things that I go through are a joke. It's a game. They think I'm trying to victimize them. So this whole, well, I'm not going to fight for it. You got to show its importance. Modern women are actively working against men. That's what you got to get through your head.
This morning, one of the gym bros was hitting chest for the second time this week. Mind you, it's Tuesday, second time this week. And I was like, are you always hitting chest? And he goes, are you always hitting legs? Yeah, why? Can you tell?
God forbid a man compliment a woman.
The video where the dating expert told the girl to lose her glasses, and that's why she can't find a man. And then everybody in the comments is like, oh, she looks so much better without her glasses. She needs them to see. Why should she have to take her glasses off to appease to a man? Whatever man likes her is going to like her with her glasses. And then she took them off and everybody was like, oh my gosh, she looks so much better. The glasses were hiding her beauty. They're for her vision. And I'm so glad that she stayed true to herself and kept her glasses and kept her style. Why would you tell her to lose the glasses? I guess everybody is an expert in dating, and like, people are so corny. But what do I know? I'm just a girl who wears glasses who happens to have a man.
So what she's referring to is a dating coach. I think a well-known dating coach, female dating coach, was telling her, she was asking, why can't I get a man? The woman was actually pretty cute. Why can't I get a man? And she was wearing glasses. The glasses didn't look bad. It's not a bad looking woman. And the coach said, well, how do you look with your glasses? And she took them off, and like she's saying, the woman needed him to see. The woman needed him to see. And they're not like those ugly Betty glasses. They were some pretty cute glasses. Any dude walking up that liked her he wouldn't care. So I think that was my only thing. Telling her about her appearance when her appearance really wasn't all that bad. What you should be focusing on is, well, what kind of men are you attracting? What do you look for on dating apps? What have you looked for in the past? What kind of questions are you asking these guys? Do you have a dad that might be able to assist you, or a man, a brother that might be able to assist you in finding the right dude? None of that was put on the table. It was all about, well, take your glasses off. That's it. I need a little bit more than that. I'm tired of running into Chads and Tyrones.